We are live.
Ravens, Indiana Joe, 1/3 of the tribe.
Sam, the legend behind the technique.
But yeah, man, I just felt some type of way, and I was just like, man, it's really nice.
I loved it. Do you know what? Yeah, so I love that part of it, and then I love just Cap's whole thing in this, like after the ending, like how they wrap up Cap's story with him being the one that has to go back and drop the stones off, and he takes the hammer, like the hammer's his new thing. What I was only pissed about is because I love Cap so much, I would have loved to seen that movie, Cap, Bucky, and Falcon going back in time together.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? To drop the stones off. But I love the direction they went. Like, Cap goes on his own. It's 5 seconds for us. So we're never going to see that. He comes back. Now, I feel like, low-key, there's a couple continuity issues in this one section.
Right.
That I can't see in the rest of the movie. But, like, I don't understand how when he comes back in time, he's not on the
On the bench.
So then I thought, oh, maybe he came back to this time at a different point and grew old that way. But then I don't actually think that's what happened. I think he went back in time, lived his life out in the past with whatever. Then, because Hulk says he can spend as much time as he wants there. So he actually did come back and land on the thing, but he was on the bench. Like, I don't understand that part. But
I thought he would have gone to another platform that he would have known about. If he was living another timeline.
Yeah, but the time never catches up.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I'm saying? So he would have to go back in time, live his life. So as an old man, after living his life with Peggy, pushes the button and still comes back to where they was.
Yeah.
And that's still 5 seconds in our time. I just don't understand why
he missed the platform.
Yeah, and was on the bench. But obviously they was doing that for dramatic effect and stuff like that. But then I love, bruv, like, I can't explain how much I just love the unit of Bucky, Cap, and Falcon. Do you know what I'm saying? And then for that moment to happen at the end, where it's Falcon and Bucky, and Bucky's like,
yeah, go on.
You go.
Yeah, go talk to him.
And I feel like that there just shows like the transition of relationship where Bucky was with this guy from birth to being a man. And then from like being a man, or from even being Captain America to the end of his days, Falcon was his partner for that. Do you know what I'm saying? And like that transition there, and I guess that's why Cap's like, look, Falcon, like, it's you. Do you know what I'm saying? And in my heart, it's like, I wanted it to be Bucky. But when he gives it to Falcon and that dialogue, like, how does it feel? It feels like someone else's. Oh, but it's an honour and I'll try my best. And he said, that's why it's yours. I said, there's nothing I can't, there's no way I can be mad at that. Like, it's just...
Yeah, bruv.
Bruv.
They've been peppering the whole...
Bruv.
The bars.
Bruv.
The script was a madness.
Bruv.
Madness.
So much goodness, fam. So much goodness. And then the flashback to him getting his dance with Peggy. The dance we've been waiting for since the first of...
And the kiss.
Mate.
Man never had that kiss, fam. That was...
Fam. And old Cap. That's always the way I've wanted it to go. There was 2 ways I wanted his story to finish. Either that the serum gets removed from him and he withers and goes old. Or because that happens in the comic books.
Oh, okay.
Or he just goes old. But at the same time, I didn't know that he could actually age.
You know,
yeah, it does it in the comic book as well. Is that the way?
No. But I'm talking about in the MCU.
Yeah.
I didn't know Cap aged.
Right.
They never specified whether he ages. Yeah, he was frozen for 70 years, but they never specified that he still ages as a normal person. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so it was just interesting to see, like, all right. So you would have got older.
You know what? Yeah, mention how you would go on when he's beefing with Thanos with the hammer, and then he has that 10 seconds with Thanos.
Go on.
And then Thanos like, okay, you had your fun. My turn now. Douche. And I was like, yes, do it. Let him go now. Let this finish right now, bruv. I was like, super hate. Do it.
Oh
finish,
my
man.
gosh.
Finish
What is
him.
your problem?
Bruv, you gotta understand that the best things when you're watching the movie is the division of people, because that's the way they see in certain characters. They pick and choose how they see things, who they're going with. You know what I'm saying? Bruv, and I embrace it. That's why I have no problem saying, yo, I feel some type of way when man got the hammer. You know what I'm saying? At that bit, I was like, yeah, go for it. Finish, man. You know what I'm saying? Bruv, That is pure joy. You're doing your job right.
Right.
Because think about it. We're here you're entertaining us physically, emotionally. Like, bruv, this is what movies are about. You know, so I was like, yeah, man, do the thing. And then there was like, oh, damn you, god damn it.
I just love it,
Sign
man.
up.
I love that, man. I loved it. Anyway, let's get to Tony.
Alright, so let's get Tony. With the Tony, let's go straight from the beginning when Tony walks out of the ship, and they sit down, and man has that outburst of be like, "Oh, now you want to work together."
He's twisted. He's twisted that part.
No, like, fam, to me, I don't have a problem. See, to me, this what really told me about this is like, they agreed. They've always agreed in the same thing. They just had different ways to go on about it. One may be a bit more extremist than the other. You know what I'm saying? But and this also plays the part of like putting your fist down the table, like, no, like, we're not doing this, we're doing this way. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way they always clash. But I loved how they came as the whole angry side because it failed. And obviously he's also pushing that blame as well, because everybody's like, you know, when you lose, you're a
narcissist.
You know what I'm saying? You're just bursting out. You know what I'm saying? So them starting off like that and then having that transition where it's like, all right, cool, that's out, squash to get things done. I love that.
See, and this is one of my issues with Tony's character, because it's like, bruv, he never takes any like, he's never looks inwards for blame, fam. Like, bruv,
that is his character, though.
Bruv, yeah, I know, but let me get it off, fam. That's fine with it being his character, and that's what I don't like about his character, fam. He's gonna come back and say, you said we was gonna fight together and we'll lose together. Yeah, we did, but you two are brothers. I see these two men as brothers, fam. They're brothers. They had an argument, yeah? One brother reaches out, what you was hotting him about sending letters and giving him the phone, yeah? Bruv, and you know you should have called, and you didn't, fam. And then, when we do meet up again, you're angry at me when I reached out to you, and everyone was telling you to reach out to me. That there sums up my whole dislike of the character Tony Stark, fam.
Right.
That's it. And it's like, I don't even hate, man. I don't hate, man. I like Tony, fam. But I don't like that aspect. Like, bruv, in that, if he said, I should have called you, but you said blah, 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 changes everything for me. But it's not, he can't take up, he doesn't take any responsibility at all.
And he never will.
It's not. No, I never say. I don't think we can ever say he don't take responsibility.
When you've never seen that,
because he always does things as he puts himself.
No.
You can say he's narcissistic. You can say whatever.
That's not taking responsibility.
Self-centered, whatever. He's always putting himself on the line to get stuff done.
That's not taking responsibility.
He just does things differently.
No,
That's or where's meant to go about it.
Going back to this whole thing that I was saying about splitting the audience on things, and this is done beautifully with these two characters. You know what I'm saying? Just putting them in scenarios where it's just like, we're going to clash, and just to be able to shift that and that sort of confrontation, bro. Yo, when I was telling you to do this, that, this would have happened. Maybe it would have, maybe it didn't, but because we went your way, man's venting, fam. Like, this is emotions being poured out. That is beautiful.
That's only Tony, fam. You only see these kind of outbursts from Tony. No one else. And this is why. But that's why.
Because no one else is in Tony's position.
No one else has lost anything, no?
Bruv,
no one else is trying to had the repercussions of what's been sown, no?
Bruv, when it comes to putting things into play, how many people can you say are in Tony's position? Even in this movie, to go back in time,
Did you feel sorry for what's happened?
To be back in time, who pulled it off? Tony, even though he was icy. So, what are we talking about here being in this position?
Is it, he's the only one that's do it.
Like, no one can be in Cap's position the same way no one can be in his position. Not even Hangman. Bruv.
Well, yeah, if you want to be a narcissist about it and be like...
What's that got to do with it? No,
of course it is.
Man is. Bruv, like, that's what man does.
You done something wrong.
That's what he does.
And he goes, you know what? To rectify it, I'm going to blame someone else. I'm going to try and do something else better than that.
That's not blame, bruv. That's not blame, bruv.
Of course it's blame.
Man's lost, fam.
Everyone
Man is
lost.
lost.
And you're
Man,
not pointing
bro,
fingers.
we are, because when of course, because we went with your way. Didn't work. So in his mind, obviously, man's gonna be like, yo. When I was telling you, when everybody was coming at
We didn't
me,
go Captain America.
You know what's funny?
when we was
This
all
is all
trying to
because of Tony.
do my thing about having the stuff done for when we were saying, yo, when these men start coming down and we're not ready, this was gonna happen.
But he tried
And
to
he was
rectify
right.
that.
And he was right.
He tried to rectify that. He tried to police the world.
He wasn't right. He wasn't right.
He was right.
He tried to police the world. Look what happened.
That man took a L.
He wasn't right.
In his mind, bro.
He wasn't
In his mind, exactly.
When he's
As long as we're
coming
saying
from,
that in his mind.
where he's coming from,
I'm just saying.
man's
why
got
you
the
have to
right
get
to
X.
vent like that.
No, he has. He's got right.
The
But
thing
then
is that
this is where he goes about it.
Throughout this whole movie, besides that one point at the beginning, I don't have any issues with Tony's character because, and I know why. It's because in this movie, Tony has stuff that he's never had before.
True.
He has a family, and that's and this is what's crazy to me is that bare people are gonna be like, "Oh, Joe, you said Tony's a villain. He sacrifices himself, blah 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 blah, to save everyone." He does do that, get me. But he also has things on the line that he's never had before. He's also his character arc in those 5 years has so drastically changed from the Tony you've seen before that he's different. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, take that into consideration, fam, because that Tony, like, if unless Doctor Strange and me, Doctor Strange is a twanger, fam. There was more than one way to finish this thing, fam. I'm letting you know. This is what I believe. There was more than one
Because
way.
when man asked him, I was like, it won't happen. I was like,
There's more for
fam,
me.
you went through all of them. Like, you can't tell me now you can't. That bit, I was like, there's something fishy over here, fam, for you not to tell
For
me.
me, Doctor Strange, there was more than one way, but this was the way it had to go for it to have to go. Like, and bruv, I like Tony in this movie. Not even I like Tony. I really enjoyed Tony in this movie, fam. I enjoyed the beef they had, the reconciliation they had halfway through when they're like,
I loved the emotion between them two.
When Tony was like, "Oh, do you trust me?" And it's like, I thought that part was a bit dumb because Caps never showed distrust in Tony. Do you know what I'm saying?
You got to think of how he's feeling.
Bruv, I don't care about how Tony's feeling. I'm just saying, Caps never showed distrust for Tony, but I still like that they hung on that. Them two man went on their little Back to the Future mission as well, extra one. So, bruv, I was feeling it, fam. And then when Tony died at the end, it was peak, man. It was peak. And I love the line of, you know, Thanos was like, "Oh, I'm inevitability," and he was like, "Oh, I am Iron Man." And I love that because I feel like this plays into my part, into my whole thing against Tony as well, being the main villain. Is it's all started with Tony saying those three words, "I am Iron Man." That's when all of this madness started taking place, and that's where the madness, the end game stopped, where he said, "I'm Iron Man" again. So I love that symmetry, that poetry, them wrapping up as well, man. I thought it was sick, bruv.
Yeah, it was mad.
It was sick.
The whole movie was...
There was one next part, yeah, so that I got emotional at, that I didn't realise why, fam. You know when all of the superheroes start coming, yeah? Obviously, Black Panther walking out, Wakanda forever, bruv. Yeah?
The whole cinema...
Erupted.
Fam, that was the second eruption. That was the first eruption. I was like, but then other superheroes came through and I was like, okay. I was like, oh, is this what Black Panther's doing out here, bro? It was
Mad
bad.
love.
That even apart, but so that's one of the parts I was talking about. So when everyone comes out, Iron Man flies up, and then Pepper comes. And I screamed, I didn't even know why. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, do I care about Pepper? Like, I was the same one killing Iron Man 3 when she jumps in the suit. But at that moment, I was so invested.
Her suit was so mad.
It was so
sick.
invested, bruv. When I watch, bruv, there's so many combinations. Ant-Man and the Wasp. What's Pepper's suit called? Rescue.
Oh, okay.
Iron Man and Rescue. Even... Oh, there's just... There was just
Raccoon and...
Groot,
yeah,
fam, like
all of them.
There's so many just combinations that I just love, bruv. Valkyrie.
Yes. Ooh, she was moving mad.
When she came on the Pegasus thing, took down that whole... Oh, bruv. It's all mad,
Let's talk about
A-Force?
Spider-Man.
I was going to say...
I know. This is when you lost it.
I lost it, fam.
Yeah, man lost it.
What did they say?
Turn on instant kill.
Crazy. I was like, oh my
nuts, you know.
god,
I was
fam.
like, this man's not gonna do that right here,
And
right
it
now.
wasn't for 2 seconds either, fam.
Man was going in. No,
I
it
was
was
like,
peak.
wow,
That was too
that was
much.
not- that just shows so much potential what they can do with this guy for the next few movies, fam. Like,
3 movies.
Man's
Decade
going-
gang,
yeah.
fam.
Yeah.
Decade gang, fam.
Like-
Do you know what? Oh, go
do
on.
you know that put me so much into Spider? I was like, because if these man like they show what do you call superior Spider-Man, that's what I thought. That was like, yo, that's superior Spider-Man, man. What? Look, young Peter.
It's taking it too far.
Young Peter over here, fam.
That's the sort of time. It's taking it too far.
It was bad. It was bad. The
I
red
I thought that was sick as well.
right there.
Even like the scene with Peter when Tony's dying. Oh my.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
too much.
yeah.
They flipped that on man so bad, fam. Because it's peak. Rhodey shows up first, and Rhodey's just like like he's his boy, but he talks to him like he's a soldier. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like when you got someone down, and then it's like his son swings in, Peter is broken, fam.
Yeah, fam.
He is broken, and it's like wifey comes in and takes the son away, and then she just talks man down like,
everything's gonna be okay. Like, everything's gonna
bam,
be, yeah.
bam.
So is she like? I had one question and I wasn't sure, but like, is she pregnant at the time?
When?
No, she used.
No, that's in the current
In
time.
the current
yeah,
time,
baby's
right.
at home, mate.
Yeah, I was like,
No, man, nah, bro.
It's and speaking of pregnant, I love how they gave those little snippets of their child, the girl, mad smart already, picking up things.
Oh yeah.
I was like, all right,
Come on, man.
you know what's coming
Ironheart.
next. You know what's coming next.
That's a joke, though, man. Come on. Obviously, the youth's gonna be best smart. Fam.
Yeah, but like just the fact that she's not in bed, she's just there like just peeping like what dad is doing, like I'm saying creeping around like fam. How many times she's been doing that, bro? Like
We know what's gonna happen.
it's mad. Anyone else? Are we missing anyone, bro? I don't know. That movie was mad, bro.
Too much.
Like you know,
After seeing that, but after seeing that event, I don't know how you can top. Like,
Stop what you're doing.
because
You don't need to
no,
talk.
I know you don't need to
You
talk,
don't
but
need
it's
to
like,
talk. Just go somewhere else.
I hope they do
Fam.
because
And this is for me why I'm so on there being an X-Men universe and them not being integrated into the MCU, fam. Because imagine we get another one of these with none of these characters, with the X-Men, fam. That whole X-Men
Marvelous.
universe, fam. It would be mad, fam. It would be mad. Like that's what we need, fam.
We do.
And you know, like I'm not saying that MCU should stop, fam. But you've done it, bro.
yeah,
Like,
the send off
it's
is
got the formula.
not formula. You had the formula. You have completed the thing, bro. Like the things for me is finished. Like you know when I said Endgame was the end for me, fam. Like that was one end, but this is another end. Like, and I feel like if they're like we're not making any more MCU movies, all these characters are finished. We're starting again. We're doing something else. I'd be fine. I'd be like,
I mean, you just look at the collection. You have
Bruv,
movies for
bro, I'd be fine. But it'd be interesting to see where they go from here, guys. Listen, this is what I need you to do. Dive in the comment section below. Dive in there. I need to hear everything. Do you know what, yeah? Broken sofa, and I'm not asking man for ratings. Broken sofa. So, yeah, dive in the comments below. Let us know. Team Cap, Team Iron Man, Team Captain Marvel. Like, just tell us whatever you want to tell us about your experience with the Endgame movie. Was you hating when Cap got the hammer? Do you like Fat 4? Do you hate Ant-Man? How do you feel about Nebula? Do you know what I'm saying? Is Professor Hulk your definitive Hulk? How do you feel about Black Widow dying? Tom Holland's, Spider-Man, Hawkeye, all of that.
How do you feel about us not talking about Chris Pratt and them, man?
Who? Who are they?
Guardians.
Guardians.
I ain't talking about no Guardians,
Just
man.
completely dismissed them, you know.
Anyway,
It's mad. It's mad, but it makes sense.
Bro, man spoke about the Guardians that mattered, Nebula, and I think man said
And-
Rocket
and
and Groot.
Rocket,
Heart. They got a mention, innit? Why's man talking
Gamora, past Gamora, future Gamora. Like.
about Gamora's dead, fam.
Oh,
Dead,
no,
fam.
she was alive, bro.
No, that was the one from the past, but I think she got dusted. The one from the past must have got dusted because you know
No, because she came back. She met
she met Star-Lord. Yeah,
and she was like,
but when
is
Thanos,
that who?
yeah, but when Thanos got dusted, we never see her again.
True,
and then when you
because
see Star-Lord on a ship,
they're looking
he's
for her.
searching for Gamora,
Right,
and it says
okay.
missing. So she must have got dusted with the rest of them. Because obviously, if he's like wishes everyone that came with Thanos get dusted, she came. Unless she survived and kicked out.
I think she bust case, and that's going to be.
Well. They're Avengers for number 3.
Searching for that Gamora.
Yeah.
It could
Chris
be.
is on one, fam.
They could be in search, but then they end up in the mission.
No, that's fine. But
And
then that also messes up a timeline though. Because we've just got characters from the past running around here. Like, even if they went back and put the Infinity Stone back, that character's still missing. So that's a universe without Gamora. Therefore, it can never play out the same way this one has played out.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they've splintered the timeline regardless. Because obviously Cap went back and had a life with Peggy and then came back. There's no fixing that. So we'll see. Anyway, as one thing I can't wait to see is to jump on YouTube and see bare people's breakdowns of all the timeline stuff, all of that stuff. But anyway, guys, jump in the comment section below. Let us know everything about Avengers Endgame and what you want to see next.
There is no next. This is it. And,
I mean, what do you want to see next? Like, do you want to see nothing? Do you want to see a separate X-Men universe? Like, what do you want to see? Like, I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cybernuts,
and I'm Rainier GS.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
and this is the end game. Peace.
You know this is the #1 place for nerdy content. Where did you go? It's the Cybernuts. Guys, we've got plenty of videos, plenty of reactions, plenty of Pokemons. Thank you very much. And hang around, enjoy yourselves, plenty of videos. I don't know what this guy is doing right. What are you doing, Charmander?